If Nolan was white, would this be a national news story? Leave that in the comments section. And that was the thing that got you to click on the video, sure, but I want to go deeper into this, okay? I really want to go deeper into the story because it's a fascinating story. I have a question. Why the fuck was a group of teenagers unsupervised on a boat drinking alcohol and possibly doing drugs? Why was that happening? Why are a group of teenagers drinking alcohol unsupervised on a boat? Seems like a bad idea. Seems like bad parenting. Seems like letting people do too much. Yeah, seems like, oh, alcohol plus boat plus teenagers. That doesn't mix. I mean, I could get totally schizophrenic on what were they thinking hanging out with a black dude because if anything goes wrong, they're going to be blamed. I mean, that's total schizophrenia. You guys have been using the internet too long, okay? People hang out with people of other races. That happens, okay? It's just, especially people that play football together, they get to know each other good. Like, you guys need to go outside more. I'm just being honest. That stuff's happening day to day. Like, normal people aren't thinking all day about Carmelo Anthony and this and that. They're just not thinking like that. I'm just being honest. These guys thought they were just going to go out and have a good time. I don't think anybody anticipated that this would get racially polarized, okay? Because normies don't think like that. Me and my friend, we were out yesterday. We were testing out the Chudmobile, all the camouflage stuff. We were like breaking up the shape of the truck by like putting vegetation on it and stuff. And the thing that boggles my mind, we're driving down the road and there was like double lines, okay? And the speed limit was like, say, 50 miles per hour. And then somebody would just be zoom at like 80 miles per hour crossing the double lines. I see reckless, irresponsible, drunken behavior like everywhere I go. Like, I can't leave the house without seeing somebody drunk or high. This isn't just a city thing, okay? I live in a rural area. I know it's human nature to turn things into racial things. Believe me, I know that better than anybody. But why is nobody chastising these people for making reckless, irresponsible decisions? And I understand some of the people on the boat may have technically been over the age of 18. That's fine. But it's not their boat. They live with mommy and daddy. Where does the money for the alcohol come from? Did they have jobs? Where did the money for the booze come from? Who bought the booze? Somebody had to go to the store. Somebody over the age of 21 had to go to the store to buy the booze, okay? So I'm trying to figure out who bought these kids booze, okay? Who let these kids load up on a boat full of booze? I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, these are the questions we should be asking. You wanted attention to be brought to this, right? Okay, well, let's bring some attention to it. Let's give these people what they want. No, because I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of this crap because if Nolan was white, nobody would care. Okay, so you want to bring some freaking attention to this? Okay, why were a bunch of people under the age of 21 on a boat together, drunk as hell? Whose boat was it? Who bought the alcohol? I want to know. Because every time I leave my house, I deal with stupid, drunken, disorderly behavior and people zooming down the road 100 miles per hour while they're high. I'm sick of drunk people. I'm sick of party culture. I'm sick of nihilism. I'm sick of these types of people. And I'm sick of having this national news story every time they die where, oh, this is a poor victim. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. Especially since it doesn't matter when somebody that looks like me dies. The media doesn't care. Alcohol and boats do not mix. People that are drunk while boating die all the time. This very type of behavior cost my friend Brendan Cavanaugh his life. He is no longer with us because he was engaging in this very type of behavior. And nobody cares about him. His life matters. Okay? But at the end of the day, he made irresponsible decisions that costed him his life. He was my friend, and he's no longer with us because of the decisions he made. And the media doesn't care about him. So they want to bring attention to this case. I say we do it. Who gave them the alcohol? Whose boat was it? And why was... Nobody stepped in and said, hey, maybe a bunch of 18-year-olds on a boat drinking beer is not a good idea. Nobody stepped in and said, hey, let's not do that. I can only speak for myself. At 18 years old, I was smarter than this. I was raised right. The state attorney's office and all these people in the court system, they want to tell you that I'm the ultimate boogeyman, that I'm the ultimate bad guy. But time and time again, it's the normal kids that are really the bad guys, not Jordan Jareb driving around in the camouflage truck. Who's the real boogeyman? Is it me, the good role model that's telling people to not drink and not do drugs? Who's the real boogeyman? It's not me. And that's what pisses me off about this case. Normal, responsible people doing healthy things gets the attention of law enforcement, but drinking and doing drugs and doing stupid party shit doesn't get enough attention. Nolan himself was 18 years old, but at 18 years old, you should know that stupid, irresponsible decisions could cost you your life. You should know that by 18 years old. And if you don't know that by 18 years old, your parents have failed you. And I have plenty of pictures from when I was 18 years old. And at 18 years old, I had some maturity. I was raised right. I did political activism that pissed people off. Yes. I went to prison. Yes. But I had more maturity than this. I had more purpose than this. I had a meaning to my life other than drinking and doing drugs and partying and getting high. Party, dude. Party, dude. It's going nowhere. You cannot party and drink and watch football and have a life of doing nothing but consuming goy slop and tell me that I don't care about human life enough. Because I show you every day that I value human life by aspiring to greater things than that. Because it's not about the length of time you live, it's about what you do while you're here. Life is precious. Life is fragile, which is why I don't spend my time on a boat getting drunk and partying and not taking life seriously. Welcome to adulthood. You could end up like Nolan. Or you could end up like one of the poor white guys that were on the boat with him. Welcome to adulthood, where there's real consequences. Everybody in this story got their life ruined by nihilism, going with the trends, and being an NPC. That's the truth. Had these people went on a normal boat ride that didn't involve alcohol, I'm willing to bet Nolan would still be alive. Had a responsible citizen intervened when a boat full of freaking teenagers was drinking alcohol, I believe Nolan would still be alive. It is the result of the normie slop culture that is causing incidents like this to happen, and they will continue. Yesterday, somebody could have died with the speeds that I saw on the road. Traffic fatalities, boating accidents, drownings, drug overdoses, you ain't seen nothing yet. It will continue and it will intensify. Because these are a result of the spiritual sickness of the nation, of nihilism, of party culture. That is what is causing these deaths. These are deaths of despair. A lack of culture, a lack of morals, a lack of values, spiritual sickness, the lack of discipline to be a real parent and to say, no, we're not going to have fun. We're going to have discipline first and then we'll have fun. Fun does not cost lives. Fun should not get you killed. We've taken our hands off the wheel as a society. And we think society is just supposed to run on autopilot. Okay? When I don't mow my lawn for a month, my yard turns into a jungle. I'm telling you. The bushes pop up and I'm talking about every type of weed and bushes and huge bushes pop up out here if I don't mow my lawn. Morals and values and civilization, they have to be maintained. They're not this thing. Everything falls apart if you don't maintain it. A house needs a new roof every so many years. The air conditioning unit needs to be replaced every so years. You don't have any perfect system that doesn't require maintenance. And human values are the same way. Complacency and laziness cost lives. And you might think I'm being cruel by making this video. And I'll be that guy. I'll be the cruel man that tells it like it is, because I actually want to save lives. Instead of getting attention by manipulating these stories like the media does, I actually want to save lives. So I'm willing to be that guy. I'm willing to be that asshole if it saves some lives. If a young man is watching this, you need to understand how fragile life is. And please, 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 listen to me. If you're not already drinking alcohol, don't start. It ruined my stepfather's life. It ruined my friend Brendan Kavanaugh's life. I have lost so many people to drinking and drugs and alcohol. Please do not start those things if you haven't started them already. Keep that shit out of your life. My life is going well because that shit's out of my life. I don't have that stuff in my life. And I never will. I never have and I never will. Just don't start. You won't achieve happiness through drinking. You'll achieve happiness from fulfillment of your purpose and being a real man and being a real leader in the community. That's where you'll get your purpose from. Not drinking and partying and party, dude, feel good, good feels. That's not real happiness. That's not real purpose. I wish that's what people were seeing from this story. I wish that's the real wake-up call we need, not this, oh, a black guy hanging out with white guys in a boat. They don't feel safe. Oh, my God. If you don't feel safe around us, you don't feel safe around us? That's an interesting rabbit hole for another video, actually. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Jordan Jared, signing off.